Can you see a situation where, and once again, I have no information on this. I did ask about this yesterday with an NFL scout, that maybe Shedeur Sanders would say, I'm not going to Carolina. Like, do you think we'll see an Eli Manning situation with any of these quarterbacks in the coming years?
Absolutely, and here's why: they have a lot more money. Some of these guys are coming in with 8 figures worth of NIL deal or what soon will be revenue sharing. So if you have $10 million in your bank account, you're going to comport yourself differently than if you're coming in as someone that's just trying to make it economically. So it's not going to be a lot of players, but it's a Shedeur Sanders. Certainly, an Arch Manning will certainly come to mind, not just because of his lineage, but presumably by all the money he's probably making at Texas. So when these higher profile quarterbacks are working their way through the system, without question, look, Caleb Williams didn't do that. He probably had the stature, if he wanted to, for whatever reason, hey, I don't want to be a Bear. He may have been able to do it economically.
And I wonder about this, being a former GM, they're getting paid now. They're professionals in college, and they have money. So does that help you when you're drafting these quarterbacks of maturity level, or they understand finances a little bit more? They're not going to go out and blow their money on a Maserati as soon as they get there. Does that help in drafting somebody when you feel like they got a little bit of a head start in that category?
Yes, but here's the counter to that, Dan. I've talked to a lot of people in the league about this. Here's what we don't know, and Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels are just the most recent examples. When quarterbacks transfer, that used to be a big red flag. Obviously, the world's different now. But when you've only had adulation and been able to move situations when you weren't happy, that doesn't happen in the NFL. So if and when Caleb Williams has a 4-game losing streak, he's not going to be able to go from the Bears to the Packers. And to be able to have the mental toughness and the resiliency, when you talk to Parcells about Phil Simms in his formative years and what it was like to develop a quarterback in New York, or Eli Manning early on, they had a mental toughness that is rare. And that's something we don't know about these young quarterbacks. And we're going to learn, I think, both good and bad in the coming years on especially the guys that have transferred and how they handle criticism and how they handle hard coaching when things aren't going well.